welcome back to the second half of Fated Worlds: The Burning Wind. Well,
Yeah!
Okay, yeah.
Explosions!
So, I would say, speaking of explosions, but no, I'm not going to like go back to the lab and like make something explosive just to
Not today.
yeah, not just to cause additional problems. But I will like take a peek into, I guess, the main lobby of the rookery.
Yeah. So as you are, as you approach the entrance, a man with like this white like lab coat comes out and looks around and says, "Oh, hello. Did that yell come from you?"
Oh no! When I said peek
okay?
around, I'm not peek around and say hi. It's more of a peek and try not to be seen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, you can try not to be seen by that guy, but he's going to come out and might notice you. Might end up noticing you, just because he's looking around for where that yell came from.
Sounded like outside. How strange.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they come from inside.
You notice a lack of sounds coming from the inside. Like it's quiet in this place. So the yells don't necessarily come from the inside. Anyway, yeah. So I imagine you just roll against a passive obstacle, like up to not be seen.
Okay. I think I think there are no forks here because it's clearly has nothing to do with being inconspicuous. It's just the stealth. There we go. Artha. And sure, I will send a fate just because. Guess it's fun.
Very well. Is it me, or is it very rare that you guys end up not using fate when there's a 6?
Very rare. Yeah.
It's pretty rare, but we usually have enough fate to go around. So
yeah,
I think that's part of it. And also, I mean, at least for me with Desi, a lot of my fate was just I roll a lot of perception. So spending that fate directly on a stat is like A+. So
yeah. I wonder if that you guys are getting a lot of fate, like unintended, because I'm pretty sure that you guys earned your fate. Like if that just means that you guys are a good role-playing group.
That's good. I think that means we're a good role-playing group.
Yeah, I think we're getting good at this game.
And I think that's the way it's supposed to work, where Persona's a little bit different, but fate is
yeah, Persona is different.
It's supposed to accumulate about as fast as you can set it if you're doing it right.
Yeah, and I guess there are things like Aristrea or something like that, or Epiphany. I don't know. Like I always mix it up. Whatever. There's this fancy word for where you.
There's the word. The big shot. There's there.
Yeah.
Aristea. I thought it was Artesia, but
Mm.
I don't. You speak
An
English better than I do,
something, anyway.
so I'll just
Yeah,
keep my mouth
Aristea, the well-known English word.
Yes.
Yep. I'm glad you understand.
Very good
where
English.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
Aristea. And then as part of that, you can have a minor epiphany, and an epiphany is when you shade shift. I think, yeah, epiphany is shade shifting. So Aristea, like that's why you can save up stuff for an Aristea, I guess, since that's actually only 5 fate points. That's actually pretty cheap. But you need a deeds point and 3 persona. That's where the cost comes in.
Yeah. Deeds do not come cheap.
No.
I mean, we all had one,
Yes.
but well, Desi has one. Rav does not.
Yeah. When has Rav done anything to
By the way, I'm
truly
okay.
altruistic?
I'm okay with you guys taking your deeds along on various characters. I wouldn't start shifting fate around too much, but like deeds are very rare and they come from the qualities of the player, right? Not from the qualities of the PC you're playing at that moment.
I guess that's fair.
So
If
Kala
I desperately needed
or Mark,
a deed,
like for you guys especially, since that are entirely different characters that you wouldn't be going back to, feel free to move that around. Because it would feel rather cruel to say, well, you got a deeds point, you're just never going to be using it. You guys worked hard for that. You got yourself into a lot of trouble to save those people and deal with them.
I see.
Thank you.
So move that around to your own volition. Yeah. So where were we? Mallows, you had just dodged out of view as you heard footsteps coming from the entrance.
So
and
does this person actually like leave the building looking outside, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're gonna do a rounds around the building. Unfortunately, they're coming in your direction first, but like you can back out of the way, right? You succeeded
I'll
that
like
roll.
hop behind some bushes and at the first opportunity sneak back in the way he came.
Okay, so you're trying to sneak in while they're not looking. I imagine you can do that reasonably well. Since they're gonna make the rounds, so you can just wait until they turn the corner. So you sneak into the building, and as soon as you enter, you feel this same pressure that you felt earlier as you were trying to do the sympathy.
Damn pillows.
It's more of a nagging at the back of your mind right now than it felt overwhelming and suffocating back then. But it's there. You feel like the air is just a little thicker to breathe in, just a little, a little harder, a little wetter. And you enter a very clean hospital-looking entrance hall. There's a desk that's currently unmanned, and there are long hallways leading into various directions with doors on a bunch of sides. You see stairs going up to other parts of this mansion.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just head down the hall, looking to both sides. So I'm essentially keeping an eye out for 3 things. A loaded himself. B, like one of the coats that the staff wear, and C, keys.
Yeah, so the doors to the rooms are closed. So seeing who's in which room, like you'd have to actually open the doors for that. If you wanted to look for a key, you could see if there's anything behind the desk.
Sure. Yeah, I'll check there real quick.
What is the burning wheel equivalent of an investigate? Just perception?
Yeah, it's perception, I think. Unless you're doing anything else like specific to like depends on how you're investigating.
No.
You're just like walking around and looking at things with your perception.
I'm gonna roll a die of fortune though. Okay. Yeah, there on the chair is another lab coat, and you stick your hand in the pocket and you find a pair of keys. You don't even have to roll for it.
Nice.
They're just there.
So yeah, I'll throw in the coat.
Yeah, that's nice too, I guess.
Yeah.
Um
And I'll head upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a coat, you got a pair of keys. You're going upstairs. What are you gonna do?
I imagine upstairs is yet another like long hallway, maybe with one with like a perpendicular crossing one, possibly.
Yeah, like there's multiple hallways in like, you know, straight on and then one to the right, and then later on you see one like going to the right as well, like that kind of thing. So there's various hallways with doors and doors. Like you're pretty sure that this place, the university is certainly giving it enough business.
Also at the desk, is there a by any chance is there like a chart anywhere with a listing of
I mean,
are?
you don't see any names next to the doors, just numbers. You could head back to the entrance and see if there's, you know, if there's a list there, but I imagine the person has returned by now.
Yeah. And is there a third floor?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go all the way up to the third floor, and just I wanted to I guess as long as there isn't anybody else out in the hallway, I'll just walk down the hallway calling, "Elodin, Elodin."
That's not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna walk through the hallways and just do it like that, you're gonna run into somebody at some point.
Sure.
So
yeah. So
as you are
Mhm.
walking down the hallway, creepily going, "Elodin, Elodin," you see this woman. She's just like leaving a room. She's got like this, you know, this chart thing in her hands. And she just like she closes a door and she locks it, and she looks at you, and she looks a little confused.
Yeah, I won't even look back. I'll just keep on going. Like I belong here. Of course I belong here.
Excuse me. Hey, who are you? I haven't seen you here before.
Yes.
Me neither.
I haven't seen you here before.
So master in charge of the Medica is I always forget their name.
Master in charge of the Medica. I should know that by heart. I'm gonna look it up because I have it written down as well. That is in my places, and then university, and then masters. Arwell, Master Arwell.
The Master Physiker at the Medica.
Indeed.
Yes, Master Arwell sent me over to fill in because of the recent difficulties. Could you perhaps help me out? I'm a little bit turned around. I was asked to check in on a load. Arwell had some ideas that he wanted to try out, but I'm to perform some sort of a pre-screening.
Oh, I see. So, I imagine that Jones has already worked you in then, and you see like a little bit of a twitching of her mouth.
I've never been there.
Jones, was that the one I talked to? It doesn't sound familiar. But perhaps it was him.
You know, tall man, like the brown hair, always talks about his cat.
Does that match the guy who walked out?
I mean, you haven't heard him talk about his cat.
Yeah. Was he tall with brown hair?
He's got brown hair. He's tall. I mean, relatively tall anyway.
And what
you can try and roll something to figure out if she's leading you on.
Yeah. So I think what I'll do is just further describe that person that walked out and say, was that him?
Okay, give me a falsehood.
Okay.
Against her will, which I imagine is going to be 5.
And I'd like to fork in persuasion because I'm asking her to do something for
I
me.
guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to fork
How
in...
do you persuade her? I mean, you can fork in persuasion as much as you like. But...
help. I'm turned around. This is my first day. If you could, I'd appreciate the favor.
Yeah, I can see you appealing to her pretty.
And if I could, I'd like to fork in inconspicuous as well, because I'm like wearing the lab coat, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense here.
Isn't that for masses only?
It is for crowds.
That's what I'm always told.
I know it's for crowds, but
I'm one of many people who wear white lab coats around here. No, there isn't an actual crowd, but there's
we should probably define it better. But the way I imagine inconspicuous is when you're physically doing something that makes you look like you belong as part of a bigger group.
The culture.
So in this case, the people who care for the patients here. Actually, you know what? Let's not do inconspicuous. I'll just give you an extra die for the lab coat.
Okay.
That makes more sense anyway. But yeah, I know I'm a little inconsistent when it comes to inconspicuous. Also, Mark, we can't see you. Like, we can't see your beautiful chin.
Top 5.
I like how you managed to get closer to the camera without actually letting your chin
Showing
be in
the chin.
frame.
It is hard, but I nailed it.
And no.
Youch.
Very specific set of skills.
And no 6s. And.
Oh yes.
And it's routine.
Very well. Very well. What did you want?
The screening. Master Arwell?
No, sorry, the what from Master Arwell? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, the screening.
Yes, the screening for Master Arwell. Please follow me. And she heads like downstairs.
Okay. Can I get a sense whether or not she's leading me on now?
I mean, sure, you can definitely try.
Okay.
I mean, you know that she's probably leading you on. The question is, does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. So is that
observation versus? Or no, she's rolling falsehood against your will, I guess. What's your will?
4. 4.
Okay, I imagine that falsehood is not necessarily part of the things she's good at. What do you guys think? Is she bad at it? Does she roll a 3, or is she okay at it and does she roll a 4?
I think it's beginner's luck. Sorry.
Is she like just a doctor?
She's just she's just a psychologist probably, so it's probably not beginner's luck.
Yeah, I'd say a 3 then.
But she is a doctor of psychology. Okay. So your ob is 0. Or rather, it's against your will, right? So she's not making it. Like, she's leading you on, clear as day. Like, there's just this little thing about the tremor in her voice as she said, yeah, sure.
Yeah, why don't you
And
go into
eyes
this
you
room
with
here?
suspicion and is kind of refusing to turn her back on you entirely. Something about that, you know.
Okay.
Do you still have your swords with you?
Yes. Like, I mean, they're under the coat. They're not like out. But yeah.
Of course. If they were out, she would have like
Run.
there wouldn't have not been any tests. She would have just
Yeah, would have made the falsehood test a lot harder.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm a doctor.
These are my tools.
I'm here for the screening.
I think it might be time for surgery.
It's time
That
to
kind
cut
of
this
doctor,
visit
huh?
short.
But I'll play along. I'll say, oh, very well, and like walk with her. And as soon as there's like a good opportunity, I'll like split off.
She's keeping an eye on you. Like if you try to leave, basically if you try to leave, she's gonna know unless you can somehow fake your footsteps still following her while you leave.
Sounds tricky.
Name of the footsteps?
Yeah. I wonder, is there a I wonder if there's a way to create that acoustic impression with sympathy. Just
I mean,
actually stepping. But yeah, maybe there isn't.
Do you like telegraph like the sound of your footsteps through the air, making them appear somewhat like ventriloquism?
I mean,
With your feet.
something like that. One
Making a
would
bond
say
with the
that
air.
might be possible, especially since.
Oh! Actually,
sympathy-
I've got it.
Okay.
So, I'm going to like kick off one of my shoes and just like use the sympathetic connection between the two to have it like keep on making the for follower and to keep on
The
making
motions.
Yeah.
To make one of your shoes follow her
Well,
around.
you know how things are here. You can try sympathy, but it's gonna be pretty darn hard.
Hey,
you
I
have
wonder
a
where
really
that guy's
good
other foot left went.
You have a pretty good link, so I'll give you an extra die for having such a nice link between your two shoes. Let's see. Starting up 1. +1 up per binding. You're just doing 1 binding. The materials are very connected, so that's fine. You get an extra die for that. Difficulty is just normal. You do not have a source of heat. I can't think of you having a source of heat here. Aside from
there's
yourself.
internal lights.
I mean, I imagine, but it's so close to the university, I imagine they're going to be sympathy lamps and they're not going to do a lot of heat.
Okay. If I can draw off a sympathy lamp, then I will.
I don't know, like, do you guys think sympathy lamps are hot? Like, I'm imagining them more like LEDs or something along those lines.
Yeah, I figured that they were not.
I think I've read there was like no heat at all. Like those are just shining. That's all.
Sorry, no heat for you. So you get an extra ob for drawing from just body heat. Alternatively, you could use her, but I feel like she'd know.
That would,
Yeah.
You get extra 5 ob for this dampening field because it's supposed to keep Master Elodin in. It's good. Yeah. So you get ob 8, which is going to get doubled. Ob 16, but you get an extra die because your shoes are very in line.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, damn it. This time I'm gonna try.
I mean, go ahead.
Sure, good luck.
I'm gonna warn you, if you fill your roll,
When I fail my roll,
you will get binder's chills, which will depend on how badly you failed.
oh well, horribly badly.
Yeah, this is the challenging.
Literally,
God
you're
damn it.
probably gonna pass out, I
Yeah.
think is what she's saying.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Um,
Crap.
So that
no.
challenging will test.
Passing out would be boring here. I'll let you be conscious, just shivering over your entire body and in risk of dying if you didn't do something about it. So still you might not want to do that, but passing out sounds very boring.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, this roll isn't gonna do anything for me other than give me binder chills.
Yeah, it like
I
I
already
don't
had
know,
a
like
challenging test. It's
I'd love for you to try it, but it's I can understand if you would.
well, okay.
I mean, is it gonna earn your fate?
Maybe. Yeah, I think out of just sheer
See,
frustration and bloody-mindedness, and like he's been trying to make this work for so long. Screw it. I'm doing it.
You know what? I'll let you succeed if you draw off her body heat. That is going to end up killing her, though.
A+ doubles bargain.
No, she hasn't.
Unless you immediately get her help afterwards. But I don't imagine you're in the kind of state to be bringing her help after you use it on her. But she's going to fall unconscious, and she's probably not going to be found right away.
Okay. No, she hasn't betrayed me yet. That would be
Aw.
wrong.
That's so nice of
Yet.
you. I mean, she's lied to you.
She did lie to me.
Yeah. By the way, I just remembered like a mechanical thing that we might want to consider.
Which
about like doubling the obstacle and such. When you double the obstacle because of the double obstacle penalty thing, you don't include modifiers to the obstacle in that. So
Right.
the +5 wouldn't be doubled.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that
It's
does
only
make
ob
sense.
11 rather than.
So 3
16?
plus 3, yeah, only ob 11.
Oh, okay.
Only ob 11. Not bad, not bad. You can deal with that.
Yeah, not a problem.
It's a good thing to keep in mind for the future.
So I'm gonna mark it as.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That protection would fall under something like separate. And that the quality of materials and such would just be inherent to how difficult it is to do.
Yeah.
Because for me it's in one list, so but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like if it's something that doesn't have anything to do with like your skills, like you as a person, then
so in that case,
it's
it's probably 2 doubled plus 6, so it's only 10. Because the fact that you don't have a source of heat is also something that seems separate from how difficult it is to make 2 shoes move.
Here we go. Wow. Sure. I'll spend
3 sixes. That is nice. You succeeded at every die here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. It's not very likely, but it would be epic if you succeed.
Wouldn't it? That'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was in another Burning Wheel game last Sunday where a single die exploded like 4 times in a row. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Like 4 6s in the 4, I think. It's a roll for the
That
ages.
is crazy.
Okay.
Are you doing it?
I'm doing it. Here we go.
Of course. Ah.
Oh. Well, you
You
made it
fight.
halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa,
that
whoa.
means that your binder's chills will definitely be there. They will definitely be debilitating, but they won't kill you, which is nice.
Not dead is good. I like that.
Yeah, like you're starting to shiver all over your body, and this place. It's just, it's drawing too much from you. It's I don't know, and you feel like this cold seep into your floor, and your teeth start chattering. And your shoe just lies there,
Okay.
doing nothing.
I'm just gonna spin and run.
Where are you going to run?
Well, I think what I'm gonna do is call out for Elodin one more time, and then just try to remember my any correlation with my morning astrology reading, and hope to blind luck it unless he responds.
Okay. Give me an observation when you call out for Elodin. Ob 5.
All right. And it's observation, not perception.
Yes,
being
it's
hidden?
observation. It is most definitely observation.
I think rather than just saying Elodin, I'll say Elodin, I need to talk to you now. The window of opportunity is really short. Can help you. So if I
Come
could.
on, don't kill your load.
Oh, he can
I'm
kill a
not going
Lodin.
to-
I don't.
Even if
I don't
everything
mind him
goes-
killing a Lodin.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter what, I don't think that's gonna happen. But if
I think it'd be wonderful if you killed a Lodin. Would you like some help? Some extra dice? Oh yeah, you're digging your own grave, right?
Oh, totally.
Take a die.
Okay. And
We
can I
get some
pour
fate points out of that.
falsehood and/or persuasion into this?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can succeed all you want.
Okay.
I mean, I can just give you the success, but that would be boring.
Okay. So 3. I'm gonna spend the persona.
Ooh.
Isab is 5. Of course not.
There's
a
a
6. So let me mark off the persona before I forget. And fate. God. It was only difficult, not challenging. Damn it. Damn it.
Yeah, you get too many modifiers.
Too bad.
But
I so hope you succeed this.
nope.
Yeah, there's no reply from Elodin. And the woman looks back and she says, "Oh, you're seeking Elodin. Can I help you? What do you want to talk to him for?"
The woman who I was talking to before.
who you were walking with and who you're about to bolt away from.
Well, we had already covered this, so and I don't believe her at this point. So yeah, I do bolt, and I'm just going to and I'll pull out the keys, and do the keys have like room numbers on them?
Sure.
Okay. So
actually, maybe it's just a master key. That would make more sense, probably.
So I'll just go for whatever door feels lucky, and run and open it.
Okay. Yeah, I like your alternate reality. So, did you say you wanted to see if the star charts had done something for you, or
Sure, yes.
Was that not something what you wanted to do?
That is totally something that I would like to do.
So like it doesn't seem likely to me that you've consulted the star charts that morning to see if Elodin was somewhere. I'll let you do it.
No, it would have been just like a general reading, and if anything, in the star chart, like corresponds to like a number or anything I've seen, so that it feels like there's a resonance there, that's the door I'm going for.
Yeah, either way, that's gonna make it harder to get the result you want, because you're basically retroactively looking in the star church that you didn't look into.
For sure.
So let me see. I have the obstacles for that here somewhere. Alchemy, astrology. So you're basically asking a question, which is ob 4. And I say your obstacle is going to be increased by 2 because it's not very likely that, the stars just happen to tell you about Elodin very much this morning. So your obstacle is 6.
Okay. All right. I don't suppose I can fork in observation.
I guess you could, since you're looking at the room numbers.
Okay. There's one. There's one. I don't really feel like spending more Artha on this.
And by the way, when you run off, the woman yells, Davis, and runs down the stairs.
Okay.
By the way, Mark, you're entirely off screen at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
But
I just wanted.
yeah, it's temporary.
No, I was checking my phone, so it was.
Okay.
I know.
Just want to check.
Okay. So yeah, I go to the I go to the door. There isn't one that like, or I assume there isn't one that like corresponds, unless there is that one that does seem to, but just like falsely.
No. Like the stars stay quiet. They have forsaken you at this this important moment. You should consider, cutting off some star fingers.
It's really too bad that you didn't have Desi to help you out with that.
I know.
I think maybe that's what you're thinking. You're just like, man, if only Desi was here. It's too bad she is unconscious, and also I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It is a shame that I'm crazy right now.
Yeah.
So
Also your fault.
Let's say, what did I think? I vaguely remember that there were supposed to be 50 or so people, but I might be entirely off the mark. It might be 150 or 250. Like, how many people do you remember Elodin saying that there were in the rookery? Because he named a number. Does anybody remember it?
7.
I
That's
really
actually-
don't.
I'm sure the wiki knows.
There's exactly
Rookery.
one person.
Rookery.
Capacity to hold around 500 people.
500. Okay. So
I mean, the estimate of 7 wasn't that bad.
I know that it's not full, so maybe 150 is how many people are actually there.
sure, but there's going to be 500 doors then.
See, approximately
Yeah.
350 people are currently patients at the establishment. It said that
So
one or two people are
how many
every year with
doors
distress.
could somebody check
Okay.
in 2 minutes?
A dozen, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah,
20.
I mean, if you're just looking, then
I mean, it helps that there's only one master key. Are you going to close the doors after you open them, or are you going to leave them open and just? Okay.
right, so we have an
Well,
Arkham
okay. It
situation.
depends what happens after I open the first one. Like,
Wasn't Elodin done in a special cell?
Perhaps,
Yes,
but this might be the floor with special cells.
Okay.
So let's do. Let's just roll. Like as far as right now, it just comes down to luck, right? So let's roll that 20 d500s. If one of them hits 500, you hit the door where Elodin is.
well, I'm thinking that the chances are very high that he's on the top floor rather than one of the lower floors. So I'm just
Possibly,
checking the
but
top.
we didn't know that, and we don't know if he's been moved. Like, I was thinking about that as well, but he might have been moved and been in different places and things like that. So I don't know. Chance
Okay.
seems like the most fair thing to me. And we can like there can be a reason why he's on this floor right now.
Okay, so D500.
Yeah, 20 of them.
Ah.
And if any of them hits 500, you hit the jackpot.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, so you open the door, the first door, and there's just somebody sitting on a bed, shivering, looking at you. And the next door, there's somebody
Okay,
who
so,
screams when you open
that,
it.
Okay,
and...
so when I open that first one, I'm shivering also. It's really cold in here, isn't it?
You get this like really incoherent, like mumbling answer.
Well, can't blame him. It's very cold. It's hard to talk. Yeah, and I'll just go on and keep on opening doors.
Yeah, so as you are at door number 20, behind you see like somebody runs out, panic, starts running down the stairs. Somebody just kind of walks into the hole and just looks. Some people actually most of them stay in their room, rocking and clutching their ears or just staring or backing into a corner. A couple come out, like one just bolts for the stairs as fast as they can. And
I
up the
imagine
stairs,
there's like stairs on either side.
I was imagining it more like, since it's a manor, like big stairway, big center stairway.
Okay.
And up the stairs come, come four people, my bad. Up the stairs come four people in white lab coats, and they're carrying long sticks and some kind of like restraining jacket.
Okay. Well, for now, until they get within like 20 feet or so of me, I'm gonna keep on opening doors, and as I do, I'll say, "Now's your chance! Quick, get out!"
Okay, so you can roll another D500 to see if this next door you open is it. And you can give me a persuasion roll to convince these guys to run out. It's
Oh, wait.
4 to convince at least some of them to get out.
Interesting modifiers. But they will spend a fate. That's what they're there for.
For that little chance that you might still succeed.
There we
Ooh.
go.
Like that.
Okay, nice.
1 in 12.
So as you say that, you hear some incoherent mumbles that seem to be in agreement, and people kind of just walk out. Like some of them, like there's this one girl who's like dancing. She's like, I'm free. And there's still the one who's running panicked down the stairs. And he's running into a stick, as far as him is concerned. And then there's just a few that walk into the hallway, and they buy you just a little extra time, either a couple more doors or maybe a chance to escape.
Yeah, I'll take the chance to escape.
There's three more doors could be a load-in.
If there's one thing one must learn, then one does not simply walk into more doors.
So how are you escaping?
I think as the
because they're cutting off the main escape route, right? There are hallways that you can duck into. Like, it's not exactly a maze here, but there's just a lot of hallways and a lot of rooms.
But there aren't any other stairs, so
no.
Ducking into another hallway, I guess, would give me a chance to. So they're staying at the stairs, or
they're slowly walking up the stairs, like forming a line and advancing on you. So what you could do is hide and hope that they give you an opening later, or try to break through now. That's the opportunities I see. Or try to break a window, but that's going to be, like, tough.
On the third floor. No. In that case, I will keep on opening doors until they get into the hallway, and then when it looks like they're about to have to engage with other patients, then I'll try and break through.
Yeah, so they're not engaging with other patients in the hallway. They are doing that at the top of the stairs. But you can open another door while you wait for them to reach the top. One is already partially halfway up the stairs, engaging with the person who ran down. The other three were advancing up the stairs still, but they'll run into the other people near the top.
Okay.
And a man calls out with a soothing voice. I don't know who you are, but we can help you. We're here for you. Whatever is troubling you, I'm sure we can. You wanted to talk to Elodin, right? We can arrange for that. We can bring you to him. And he puts his stick to the side so that it leans against the wall of the stairs, and he says, "See, look, I'm here to help. I'm gonna come towards you." Okay, and the other two, they stay at the stairs, barring the way with their sticks. And he carefully walks, weaves in between the other people who are heading for the stairs, and he walks towards you. And his voice is soft and smooth and calming and wonderful. And he's gonna try and convince you that it's just, you can talk to Elodin. He's gonna help you. What is your will?
4.
Okay. I assume that this is something he's really good at. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna spend a fate. It seems like a smart idea to do that right now. Okay. So he's this calming voice. He's trying to trick you. He's trying to get you to surrender to him.
Liar. But
he might let you talk. He's not necessarily lying, but you're pretty sure that you talking to Elodin is going to be in the kind of circumstances that would not allow you to cut off his fingers. This guy just seems like that kind of party pooper.
I will turn and say, and start walking towards him and saying, really? You'll help? And then once it's like, when he's just slightly out of range to reach me, I'll start passing. Liar!
Wonderful. He's like, yes,
Like-
yes, of course. We're here to help you. So, yeah, go ahead and roll darting it past him. I guess this sounds exactly like an opposed thing. And I don't actually think that this is something he's good at, because they generally have the stuff in place to deal with that. Like he's got some, physical stuff training, of course, but usually there's not like 20 patients running across the hallway and people with swords trying to dart past you. And so let's say that he has 4 dice for this, including, whatever forks he might use.
Okay.
So that's 1 success.
So I guess that's just speed. You can't.
Sounds like it.
You can't force anything, right?
Could be brawling if you go that route.
Could be.
Because you're like pushing him out of the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if I do it as speed, is it essentially double ob?
No.
No.
Does he have a? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
So
think
I'll
it's double up if you do it with speed.
Okay.
The difference is if you do it with speed, you can't fork anything in. If you do it with brawling, you can. I think that's the only difference.
Well, the other difference is that I don't actually want to hit him.
So it sounds like you're using speed then. Nailed it.
Got him.
And hey.
Yeah, he flings at you wildly as you like run past him. But, he just grabs air behind you as you swoosh past and head for the stairs. But at the stairs, the 2 people, they put their sticks like horizontally and against the wall so that the wall can give them extra power. And they're bracing themselves to stop you from your stampede towards the stairs.
Okay. At this point, I'll draw my swords and like feint, like I'm going to
I see.
going to strike, and then try and force my way
I think
past.
if you draw your swords, they're gonna let you through.
Okay.
Because they don't want to get stabbed, and they've got more people to care about.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally digging my own grave.
Totally,
think
but
to
I
pull them
think they're
out,
just
but-
gonna let you through.
Okay. In that case, I'm not going to hit them.
That is very nice of you.
Yeah. That should make all the difference, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure
so
that will be in your favor when you go up on the horns because everybody recognized you.
So yeah, on your way down, like you don't run into anybody. And let's head over to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because as fascinating as this is, which it really is, other people, came here to play a role-playing game too.
That's weird.
Who are these people?
Let's head back to Jojo, and the infirmary.
Yeah.
Jojo's been a bit short-handed.
I think I have. No, it's not my middle finger, which would make the hand shorter. So you are wrong there. Entirely.
Lost a bit of weight.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll play out one of my instincts now because I made I prefer ladies, or I treat them better as now an instinct and not a belief anymore. So there are probably are some female doctors or stuff?
Actually, that goes wonderful with what I was imagining, because I was thinking that Mirren might work in the Medica part-time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
So,
person from last
like,
week?
In the hallway, you
Mm.
just run, like you physically run into her as you are
Okay.
trying to get in there with your bleeding hand.
Oh, could you refresh our memory about Marin?
Yes, Mirren was the girl with the impossibly long black hair and the most flawless caramel colored skin you've ever seen. So she's wearing the doctor's robes and everything.
Okay.
And she like whips her hair backwards, trying to recover from you running into her, and she's like, "Oh, Joseph, you totally." Wait, what's going on?
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. I have a question. How good is your experience with severed body parts? How much experience do you have?
Oh dear. Yeah, no, we better call Master Errol for that. I don't think anybody here can. Yes, come in here. And she
all right. Should I take care of the narcosis?
Oh no, I have something. And she kind of like pushes something in your hand.
Yeah. Okay.
The good one.
So her saying no doesn't mean he does not faint right away. It tries to like stay awake.
Yeah, and what she pushes in your hand is a piece of paper. And as you open it, there's this sticky yellow substance that looks vaguely familiar.
Vaguely familiar. Okay.
Yes.
Do I have the nerves to think about what it might be?
I mean, I would do that if I were you.
Yeah. I mean, okay. What should I roll for that though? If it's familiar.
I don't know. Have you ever had interacted with Denner resin before?
Oh, might
yes,
be.
but you don't remember.
Might be.
Every
I mean,
time,
I've
first
probably more seen other people take it than myself. So
sure, but have you seen what it looks like?
well, I've
I mean, you've been in criminal areas. So.
Yeah, so I probably have. Yeah.
Okay, you recognize it as Denner resin.
You want me?
Supposed to give a wonderful high. She's already left.
Yeah, no. I don't feel it right now.
Do it.
But I put it away in my stuff regardless.
Okay.
And so then. Yeah, I guess I will wait there, right?
Yeah, so give me a steal roll. See if you remain conscious.
All right. You need to say how much the opt is, though.
Mm-hmm. Steal. Ob 5.
All right. I got a 6, so might as well try it.
like steal is already like open-ended, but you can spend a fate point to re-roll one of your failed dice.
Wait. Because of wounds.
I didn't know
that's
that.
why I got minus 2.
So you can roll a d6.
Yeah.
First to
Okay.
see.
Yeah, because fate steal is already like open-ended as a thing, so
I didn't
you
know
can't
that.
you can't like do it again.
Of course.
Yeah. So if you want, you can try and re-roll failed dice.
Yeah. Okay. I thought only one, right?
Yeah, only one.
Only
Yeah.
one. I see. So that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I think I want to get rid of the Denerism though when I notice that my conscience is fading, because I don't like having illegal drugs with me when I'm getting there to the Medica.
Sure. Where do you stuff it? Like you can't like do something. You can stuff it somewhere, or you can just hide it or eat it.
I thought about like throwing it out the window.
Sure. You stumble to the window, and there's like this big like blood stain on the window, and you throw the dinner resin outside, and then you slump to the floor. And it's beautifully quiet, wonderfully painless, dark black unconsciousness.
I see.
Then you slowly blink, and there's this light above you, like it's white and beautiful, and you smell. What is that? Roses. And then the stinging pain returns. Your hand, it feels numb and it stings like hell. And slowly you open your eyes, and your vision is blurry. And slowly above you, this concerned face swims into vision, and you are in the Medica, in a bed, and
The Medica,
leaning
where
over
the cool
you
kids hang out.
is
Hospitalized.
is Mirren.
The cool kids like Desi.
And so I have a question for you. Would you I'm gonna roll a die to see if they manage to put your finger back on.
Yeah.
I think you have a 1/3 chance of succeeding. You can also forfeit a success and just say it fails, period.
No need for that. No need to fail it on purpose.
Okay, so roll a d6, and on a 5 or 6, you get to keep your finger.
Although, wouldn't it be just like a difficult surgery roll for Master Arwell?
Sure, but that's basically the same effect. Except that there's more dice involved and the difficulty is higher.
Well, I guess Master Arwell isn't that good for surgery anyways. Then.
He's good. It's just very difficult to attach a finger that's fallen off.
Yeah, I guess because it's not a clear cut, because it's more like
it's not a clear cut. It's done with a rusty sword, for one, and reattaching limbs is pretty darn hard. And as far as I understand it, in this world, it's still pretty darn hard. Like you don't have tools to attach the nerves and the bones and shit together.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's go.
I think it's pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
I think Master Arwell is freaking awesome. So that's why I'm giving you a 1/3 chance.
Yeah. I see. It's okay. Let's go.
Okay. 5 and 6.
Ooh.
You get your finger.
See, no harm done.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna punch you with that fist every time though, and I see you again. So that would be a good she.
like you see like Mirren lean over you, concerned, and she says, "Lie still, lie still. Don't just don't exert yourself."
I
We
was
managed
about to run away, though. I
No,
give it
don't
a
do
grin.
that. She laughs at your joke, for the appropriate amount of cheerfulness, and she says, "Yes, we managed to attach your finger, but Master Arbol says that you shouldn't be using it for quite a while,
Yeah,
and you're gonna keep a fancy scar."
that's cool. Scars are sexy.
I think so too.
Nice.
So what happened?
uh,
Then your mind goes back to Mathers and the situation you left him in, and what might or might not have happened in the meantime.
Yeah, at this moment, I'm pretty relaxed because I've already would have heard something, and people would have already talked about stuff if something too bad happened.
And you're like stuffed with like painkillers and shit.
Yeah.
So you're very happy. I mean, your finger is being a pain in the ass, but
Not
it
as much
doesn't hurt
because
as
of
much
the
as it could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I'm in the mind to say this, I would just say I can't really remember what happened. I don't know. I will probably just need to wait for a few hours coming back to my senses,
Oh yes. Well, if there's anything you need, and she gives you a significant glance, just let me know.
Thank you very much. You are awesome. Is this like painkiller grin? Like
I know. I know.
As she leaves, she and also the wall here look quite a lot more awesome than usual.
It is a pretty cool wall. You never noticed how awesome this white wallpaper was.
Yeah.
But it's got this little bit of texture to it, like these little bubbles. That's just so cool.
Short story behind this. As when I was a little child, I got a narcosis, and the first thing I think I said when I was waking up, or at least it was one thing, or why I was getting narcosis or something. And anyway, I wasn't in my right mind. I was talking about how awesome that wall looks. this white wall with which is only the normal. How far is that, Peter? What's the English? I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, like this wall, like it's cool. It's got like structure, and you can touch it, and then like you feel like the
but
bubbles.
Not with the wrong hand. Not with the wrong hand.
Yeah.
My bad. you feel like the bubbles, and it feels so good on your fingers.
Yeah. Good that I get to keep this one, so I have more fingers to feel it with when I'm done here.
And yeah, they're gonna come in asking questions about what happened at some point, because people are gonna want to know why you have, or you had one less finger.
Yeah, I mean, I have to think about it, but not now. I can go with my story that I don't remember for a bit of time.
Fair enough. So, Brad, you okay with narrating that Mathers is on the run? ... Question mark.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so at some point, Mirren comes in, and she said, "How are you? How are you doing?" That's to you, Joseph. Joseph Jones.
And so I was zoned out there for a second.
Yeah.
It occurs to me. Wasn't Quentin like planning to head towards the Medica? I remember.
Oh yeah, like he. We'll do that in a moment. So yeah, like so in your room, like Mirren enters and she's like, "How are you doing?" Yeah, this is and a couple of hours later.
I mean, the painkillers are not working as good as they were before. I don't feel too much pain, but the wall isn't as awesome anymore.
Is that what you say to her?
Yeah. I look a bit sad.
She gives a knowing chuckle and she says, "No, don't worry. In an hour or two, you can get your next shot."
Oh yeah. I mean, hopefully I won't need it for too long, but let's see. This wall does get a real upgrade with that stuff. So.
By the way, like she's just talking like with you for a bit for about like random things like the weather and stuff like that. And she's, by the way, have you heard? Some nutter ran into the rookery or escaped. They're not entirely sure, and just like started like trying to stab people. And yeah, like they say that he tried to create like this massive like breakout with patients, but they've managed to contain it. But he's still missing. I think his name was Mathers, and she looks at you like when she says that with a sideways glance, like you don't happen to know more about that, do you? Like she doesn't say that, but that's what the glance says.
Yeah, my thought is like, damn, she's good. He knows what she's doing. My mouth feels funny.
Oh, that must be the painkillers. Well, I'll just leave you here, and I'll come back a later time. And as that happens, you walk into the Malika, Lord Quentin.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say that somebody you know, just this guy you're in a class with, and you've seen him a couple of times. Not best friend or anything, but one of these people that you say hi to and occasionally sit next to. Yeah. If that's how the seating ends up being. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're here for your friend, right? He's in room," and he names like a room number, but you clearly say that he says he, not she.
Yeah, Quentin's definitely like expecting a she.
Yeah, like, I imagine.
Like, wait, who are you referring to?
Joseph, of course. Oh, are you here for Desi?
Yes, but is Joseph also here?
Oh, he didn't. I'm sorry. I'm spoke before my turn. Yes, he's had an accident, but he's okay.
And is he awake?
Yes, he is awake.
I think he'll manage. Always been a strong kid.
He looks a little confused, and he's like, "I suppose so. I thought you were here to speak to him, because of his." Well, I guess never mind then. Yeah, I mean, Desi's in her usual room.
Well, I'll have to stick with him as well. See if this situation he's in, if he needs some help. Yes, I'd like
Okay, yes, and he gives you the room number.
yeah, I'd like to see Miss Crespo. Yes,
You'd like to see what?
Miss Crespo. That's it.
Oh, Crespo. Yes. Well, you know her room, right?
I think so. I haven't been here as much as I'd like.
Oh well, and he names another room number. You know, the hallway to your left, the third door.
Right. Thank you. I'll be on my way.
So where are you heading?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna head to Desi's room.
You open the door, and she's lying there under perfectly folded bedsheet. Her face in a serene, calm look. Her eyes closed. It's just like you could imagine she was sleeping if you didn't know any better.
Yeah. Is anyone like tending to her, or is she?
No. She's just alone in her room.
I think he stands by the door and like just looks, just takes in the whole scene. And he thinks like how weird this is. It's like a person that he's like just gotten to know. It seems interesting, and now she's like,
yeah,
okay, strange. It's strange about the whole thing. And then, if there's no one else here, then I think he sort of closes the door and goes to check up on Joseph, I guess.
Actually, would it be all right if you bumped into Rav right there?
Rad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
sure.
think Rav was coming to kind of pay his own respects to Desi after the dream that he had. And so like he's coming up on Desi's room as Marigold is leaving.
Okay.
And I feel like we haven't really talked about this, but I feel like Marigold knows Rav. Like
we've shared a scene at some point.
No, I mean like
we're at least aware of each other.
Exactly. And so I think that Rav stops and
does Rav have a full name, or is it just
yes,
Rav?
Raphael Solnithi. Solinthi.
Solinthi.
Yeah.
Solinthi.
Okay. Yeah, like if Quentin like sees him come up and says, Raphael, good to see you.
Oh, Lord Marigold, and he like kind of wants to give a bow, but is like also this is very informal. We're in the middle of the Medica and sort of thing, but he kind of like half bows, and it's really awkward. And
it's
so
fine. I looked at my skills on the break, and I realized Quentin doesn't actually have etiquette.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
brilliant.
So it's just like yeah, like
and yeah, so Rav it's like you worried about her too, aren't you? I
yes, it's a strange occurrence.
I didn't really know her very well, but I heard things, you know. She talked about the stars and her dreams, and I think she was trying to tell me something last night in my dreams. You understand?
I think so, yes. Go on. We should see if we can find a room. This is no conversation to have in the hallway.
Right. Sorry. Of course. Yes.
Oh, yes.
And he'll kind of like fall into step and follow wherever Marigold is going.
Yeah, I think ironically do the same thing that Mathers did. Just go like from door to door, just look in, see if we can find an empty room.
I mean, you'll run into a lot of strange looks and eventually an empty room.
Yeah, I don't think Quentin particularly minds.
Yeah, no, you find an empty room.
Yeah. Empty room. I imagine there's like a bed and some chairs.
Yeah,
think
there's like a bed
Quentin
and
takes
one
the
of
chair.
those curtains to put around the bed.
Mhm.
And there's like this chair next to the bed and a little table with an empty vase.
Yeah, Quentin definitely takes the chair. Please, tell me about these dreams you've been having.
Right. So, it's. I dreamed of you and Mathers and Davy and even Jojo, everyone together. They were there, and there was a giant figure looming over you, and Mathers, he was being strangled by a crown, and I worry that something's. Last night he went off, and he was upset. That's a word for it, isn't it? He was rather upset, and well, Jojo was with him, so I'm sure it's fine. But you said that you worry about them too, right? I'm not the only one that worries.
Yes. And interesting that you should say that. I ran into a friend on the way here, and he said that Joseph is here in the medical as well. Apparently is injured.
Oh, we should go see him.
We definitely should. Seems like they've gotten into trouble.
I hope this wasn't what she was warning me of. There was a feather and
a feather.
A black one. Does that mean something to you?
I would
It
think
does.
of a bird.
It does have a meaning. When I'll have to divulge it a later time. It's definitely important and tied up in this whole mess.
All right. All right.
Now, how are you holding it? You look a bit shaken yourself. If you don't mind me saying.
No, I'm fine. I got maybe some poor sleep. I wanted to check on Desi. You were here, and I'm fine. Really, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
No.
I think Quentin thinks back to his earlier meeting with Irissa and says, "Is someone causing you trouble?
No.
Is there another student that's
absolutely
troubling you?
100% is like thinking about teacher.
Someone in the faculty? Are they?
It's Master Ham being an ass again.
Yeah.
No, what? No, I don't know what you would think that for. No, I'm quite all right. Thank you. Quite all right.
Oh, very good. But know that if there's anything troubling you, then you can always talk to me.
Thank you.
Marigold family still carries a lot of power in this part of the world.
I appreciate that.
All right then. Let's go and see Joseph. See if he can shed some light on this whole matter.
Yep. Let's go see Joseph.
Yeah, and I think I was told where his room is, so just make my way there. Going from room to room, eventually tracking down the one with the right number.
Yeah, like you got the room number, right?
Yeah.
You got that at the front door, so you know where to go. And you open the door and you see Joseph there with a very happy smile. As you know, slightly further down the hallway is this girl with long black hair that's walking away. You don't know what he's happy about, of course, but might be tied to each other.
Yeah, I think Quentin definitely makes some strange leaps in his mind that he's not quite proud of.
And you see, like, his entire hand is covered in like bandages and things, and it's it's resting on like a special resting place, like just next to the bed.
He's just like kept up one of these hanging
yeah
things.
Exactly. And he's under sheets, but they're not quite as nice as the ones for Kelsa, or for Desi.
Kelsa's knocked out somewhere.
Ugh.
I imagine there's also really painful looking pins coming out of the bandages right near the
holding the finger in place.
And like the sheets are all rumpled and ruffled, but there he is, Jojo, looking happy and cheerful, and maybe not as excited about the wallpaper, but still pretty cheerful for somebody who's got like gigantic bandages around their arm.
Hey yo!
Hello, Joseph.
Jojo. Hi. You
Come in and close the door.
Yeah, like like Rav closes the door and locks it. Like you can see him doubly making sure that it's definitely latched and closed and locked. And then he turns around. He's like,
I'm like,
"What happened to Mathers? Is he all right?"
I had my hands full with him.
And then Rav like looks at your hand really for the first time, because you've been more concerned with closing the door. He's like, "What happened? Are you all right?"
They fixed me up, and they gave me something that makes the wall awesome, so it's okay. However, I have a question for you to ask. Any of you, I don't care who does it, but one of you, that would be really great. And don't tell anybody about this. And he's like gesturing you. Yeah.
I get close.
I have left my sword at the rookery. Can you please retrieve it before anyone finds it? It is a family.
Your what?
It's good. My sword. It's a family
heirloom.
Well, yeah. It's that's the last thing that I have left from my parents. So it would be unfortunate if that got lost.
So I didn't catch with the item though. What are you talking about?
I'm looking at Raph like, is it okay if I talk now?
Come on now. I didn't hear you either.
Okay. Let's say I tried to stop Mathers from whatever he was doing, and things didn't go as planned. So here am I. I don't know where Mathers is, and I don't like to be tied to that situation. So I think I'm gonna keep quiet about it. I've already heard that they are looking for him anyway, so there's no need for myself to be involved in that anymore. I tried to stop it, but as you can see, I would say burnt my finger, but that's not burnt my fingers with that, but that's not quite true.
What did happen?
Well, you know how the rusty swords should be able to cut properly. They kind of did, so that was unfortunate. Could have thought that it would, but it seems like my finger should be fine and be attached. And well,
oh my, your whole finger? Oh my.
Yeah. I kind of didn't really look which one it was. I was just running here to the Medica straight. Might have helped that I didn't go for any detours. Yeah. I hope there's not too much blood there that... Oh, well.
And you're saying that Lord Herrick did this to you?
No, not him. It was more like whatever possessed him after we tried to help Desi out with making a potion that will help her recover, but we failed, and something that is not him is running amok right now, and I tried to knock him out, and you know the rest of the story, more or less.
It sounds horrifying.
But don't tell anybody.
You know, I've heard of men possessed by the demon of the bottle before, but not quite like this.
No. It wasn't alcohol. It was alchemic. Whatever you call that. I don't remember right now. Thinking is hard right now because the wall keeps distracting me.
Of course. Go back to your wall.
Do you know where he might have? I need to tell you something, Jojo, but you're not ready.
I am. This wall has made my day great again.
No. You're and like Rav just kind of pets him on the head. Like when you're out of the Medica, seek me out.
I'm more worried about not knowing stuff than knowing stuff right now, but whatever.
Nothing to worry about at all. I worry we're gonna find Mathers. And he then looks over at Marigold, right?
And before you do that, please, my hilt.
Oh, your hilt, is this a sword you're talking about?
No, just a hilt without a sword. It's a sword hilt without a sword.
Intriguing.
You might have seen him walk around with it before. He has this sheathed. Do you have a full length sheath that you have it in?
I don't.
Or do you
really
just have the hilt tied to your belt?
Yeah, that's basically what I do.
Yeah, so you've seen him with a random hilt tied to his belt. Before.
Oh, it's fancy. It's not. It's
a fancy hilt. Certainly.
It's really, really fancy.
It's a good hilt.
Yeah.
Top tier hilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very, very fancy hilt. But it doesn't have a sword attached to it. It's just a hilt. So when he says a hilt like that, that rings a bell for you.
Oh yes, that thing.
Right. You said it was in the rookery?
No, not in the rookery. Outside of the rookery.
That'll be easier.
Yes, indeed.
I think right at the wall somewhere, off the walls of it, outside. No, not a big radius to search. I don't think that Meadows has taken it with him. He was quite equipped already without it.
Unfortunately. Then again, if he wasn't equipped, he would have been locked up in the rookery now. So,
which might have been better.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's quite a literal design for people in his situation.
Yep.
Oh well. God damn it! How did I lose this? That's not. I should. He's he doesn't look like he's even strong or something, but God damn it! How did you cut my head? My thing off with that thing?
It was fate. The gods demanded it. Or Telu demanded it, I guess.
No, this wall demanded it.
The wall nods at you and says,
make a religion out of
yes,
this.
I demanded it.
Okay. Well, I guess then it's fine.
And then the wall on the other side is like, what are you blaming us for?
I was like, there's another wall. Wait, there are 2 walls in here.
Perhaps it's maybe we should go ahead and start looking for Mathers, Marigold. You think?
Yes, that would be the best, I think.
Wait, up there's also a wall. Wait, don't you call it something different?
It's the up wall.
The up wall.
Well, very well then. We'll have to see if we can track down Lord Herrick. See if he knows anything at all.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
we'll try and find your health, I promise. You have my word on that.
Thank you very much. It means a lot to me.
And
Like I
also, when
said-
you say that, when Marigold says you have my word on that, like Rav immediately looks incredibly relieved. Like he's not actually responsible for this.
Nice. Do we want to call it here or keep going?
This seems like a pretty good place to call it, and I do have a hard
thing.
end at 2. So if we end a little early, that might be.
You do other things on the internet?
I do.
Do
That'll be
we
later.
Maybe want to do like a last scene showing us where Mathers is.
Oh, where are you, Mothers? Crazed and all,
Oh,
plotting and planning, or just running around.
to?
Like, I mean, your psychosis or whatever it is can take different shapes, right? Maybe right now you're running around naked somewhere, or perhaps you're sitting somewhere plotting how to cut off the fingers of who was next in line.
Oh yeah, so it's much more directed than just like wandering around the woods. He, while Elodin was, a nice target of opportunity, and there were things he wanted to do with him. There's sleep.
To him.
Sleep is definitely
Yeah.
next on the
That's
list.
definitely not the most dangerous one to go out.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is certainly not going to get you killed or anything. So yeah, that sounds like a great plan. So what are you doing?
It's a good thing you already dug your own grave, so we'll have some place to put you.
So we see you like in this little shed somewhere just outside of Imre, like drawing a map in the ground.
Or
Is it just the word sleet scribed into the dust? Yes.
I think it's more of a at the outskirts of Emre, looking for urchins to like I know, urchins again. And
Those urchins.
yeah, just to ask them a few questions, give them a few coins.
Oh,
With a
dear.
description. There's
Are you
More if
still
you
wearing the
find
white
them.
lab coat?
Oh.
Do you have your swords out?
uh
I just want to ask you some questions.
No. I think that he's put the lab coat away. It's like bundled in his pack. He put the swords like under his like regular coat, and there's certainly like a manic edge to him as he talks to these poor urchins. But he's not like he's not intentionally intimidating them. He's
not intentionally.
No.
Wonderful. That is a beautiful scene to finish it on. I mean, that was amazing, guys.
Yeah, good times.
I will say something, Brad. You have balls. Most definitely.
Thank you. I guess.
What's that old saying about playing your character like a stolen car?
Oh yes. Well, I mean, usually that's for like Blades or Powered by the Apocalypse games where it's easy to make a new character.
Yeah,
Usually. Usually.
Well, I love it. And if you need a new character, I'll help you. If we have a way to keep this character in the game more messed
alive,
up, that'd be even more awesome.
Yeah, I imagine that if I manage to survive, then I'll probably, switch temporarily while Mathers takes a vacation in the rookery.
Probably, yeah. And then we'll come back to Mathers as he comes out of the rookery and then suddenly faces charges of the church, and we'll deal with that. Since I believe the Talent Church goes is in charge of serious crimes.
Yeah.
So
might be a problem.
Certainly conducting them.
Wait, what serious crimes did he do? I don't remember. What did he have exactly?
I mean, technically, he's wanted to do much more than he's done. I mean, unless you decide to sue him, because he's actually genuinely chopped off your finger. But other than that, he's threatened to people in the rookery, or 4 people in the rookery. The guards.
I think Joseph is way too fuck the police for this.
I imagine he is. So
and so
it might actually still be okay, but we're gonna see how deep the grave is gonna become next session.
Yeah. Oh god.
Earning Artha. Perfect. Yes. So the big question is, has anybody earned any deeds points that are reserved solely for accomplishing goals larger than the character's personal agenda? To qualify for this reward, you must do something that benefits more than just the character and do it for reasons other than personal gain. Such an accomplishment must come with some cost or sacrifice. It's got to hurt a little to attain this level. I mean, I know 2 people who've been hurting one way or the other.
See, I don't quite think we're there yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay.
Somewhere in the resolution of this, in sessions ahead, I could see it happening.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, right now.
Something I want to discuss is whether the whole thing Mathers does. It doesn't technically count as an accomplishment, or
Yeah, I think
giving
that's
it to something,
but
it's fucking big and it hurts him so much, and it's great for the story. So I'd say at least at some point that's worth a deeds point. What do you guys think about stuff like that, where it's not like before it was clear, right? It was all about helping other people when deeds points were awarded.
I mean, yeah, I think something still has to be accomplished for a deeds point. You can't just screw around and just not get anything out of it. You have to accomplish something So like,
But what do you call accomplishing? If he murders Elodin, would that be an accomplishment because something big happens?
Was that for his own gain?
Well, I definitely think if Sleet dies, then we are there. I mean,
That would definitely be for my own game, though.
I mean, it would be for your own gain. However,
Or loss.
It wouldn't. It really wouldn't. That would give you so much more trouble than it'd be worth.
It's bigger. It's bigger than your own agenda. It's like taking a crime lord down of some sort. I mean, Elodin is just right now a crazy guy that is in hospital.
Okay.
We only know what happens to him later. That's why it would be big. So, but in that situation, he's just.
Well, I mean, he's the Chancellor, right? The story would change a lot if you kill him. But the question is, let's say he'd have killed Elodin. Would that count as an accomplishment? Because it's
it
definitely
depends on
something big.
on the context of the story and everything.
Well, in this context, let's say he'd gone in and killed Elodin.
Is it something that you want to do?
Well, it's something that, crazy mothers want to do. I don't think it's something sane mothers would ever want to do, ever. So
I don't know.
it's something the drugs want. It's the talking wall.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we could.
We could discuss that further.
Yeah. My gut says no, but it's definitely difficult.
Okay. Look at your beliefs, and if you have resolved them in any way, give yourself a persona. So go ahead and check those over.
Yeah, I think that one is kind of done.
I didn't even get to talk to Mathers.
Sorry. Although that might have been bad.
Oh, I'm sure it would have been bad. I did drink, but didn't. I think that's fate. I don't think I resolved any of these.
No.
Okay. Did anybody come to a point in the story where their beliefs, instincts, and traits conflicted with a decision they must make, a direction in which he must go, and he plays out the inner turmoil in a believable and engaging manner? So, mold breaker. Anybody broken the mold on their beliefs, traits, or instincts? Perhaps Mathers with his stay under the radar.
That's not a. I mean,
you don't have that anymore?
When asked personal information line.
Okay. Don't you have a trait?
I should. But
what are your traits?
Paranoid, mercenary, guilty conscience, digging your own grave.
No, you don't.
Your lordship and loyal.
Loyal and protect your friends. I mean, you broke with that one.
Yeah.
But did he struggle with it?
I mean, he definitely played out his he didn't necessarily play out a struggle, but he played out his new crazy line of thinking.
I think that's just like the condition that he's under right now. I don't think that's necessarily struggle.
Yeah. I mean, there was.
You guys are so much more mean than I am. I think that's a player thing. Though players are generally more strict on themselves than a game master.
Yes. I think there was some inner turmoil. I don't know that I played it out that much. Like, he is on the edge between doing something worse or letting him go, or but I don't know if there's a fake point there.
I mean, let's see what happened when you did that. What did you say?
Yeah, it was actions, not words. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Up to you guys. Embodiment. When a player captures the mood of the table perfectly and further drives the story onward, 1 persona point is awarded. Moments like great speeches, desperate decisions, or gruesome revenge.
Here I would definitely put Mattis forward for that whole thing.
I mean, gruesome revenge. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't really. I mean, he doesn't really revenge on the Loden. I don't know if that's much revenge or more like, I feel like it, but.
But he definitely
for
got
him, it's
revenge on Jojo for perceived slights.
Yeah. that most definitely.
Anybody else?
And that's is that Fate or Persona?
It's a persona. Okay, did anybody stop the table dead with humor while in character?
Not with humor, I don't think.
Not in character, I don't think.
Yeah, I know there are a number of things that were said in character that made me laugh, but you know, I'm easy that way.
Did anybody have the right skill when nobody else does to keep the story moving?
Did we even roll dice?
Some people roll dice.
Yeah, like
No,
swords
I'm just joking.
Rav didn't really roll dice. Like, did he roll any dice? I didn't think he rolled.
No,
any
I
dice.
didn't roll anything.
I mean, Jeju and Mathers rolled a ton of dice.
Yeah, I rolled once, I think.
I just wasn't in a position where I needed to roll any dice. It was fine.
Nope.
Role-playing game.
Okay.
Nothing tricksy or specialized.
So, for the beliefs that you didn't already get Persona for, fate points are earned for manifesting a character's beliefs in a convincing and entertaining manner. Entertaining doesn't only mean funny. We all enjoy a good dramatic performance now and then.
So I'm gonna take one for alchemy and symmetry can change the world, and I can return my house to prominence by being at the forefront of that change. I will discover the trick of using Alar, even if I have to choke the knowledge out of Elodin.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, that's just beautiful.
Also, I must mutilate those who have crossed me, starting with either Elodin or Sleet. I think I worked towards both of those.
Definitely. Again, fate points are earned for playing instincts when such play gets the character into trouble or creates a difficult or awkward situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
General murmuring of agreement.
Yeah, taking some points.
And fate Artha can be earned for using traits, but only if invoking that trait alters the direction of the story in an unforeseen way or makes life difficult for the character.
I'm taking one for paranoid.
Yes.
Paranoid is such a great trait, though. I don't know what you're talking about. I played against that a little bit by going and divulging my dreams to Marigold, but it's okay. I think it's fine that I didn't have a lot of spotlight here, and that is okay.
Oh, did I take one for digging your own grave also? I mean, it's a die trait, but
What? Yeah, of course.
definitely-
I mean, you were digging your own grave, so
digging
yes.
hard.
You get that for die traits as well as other kinds of traits.
Yeah, I think the only trait that they suggest that you don't get fate for is column traits because they're so powerful by themselves.
I mean, if you guys use a call-on trait to make life difficult for yourself, you can have fate. I mean, you know, fate or Eartha in general is the reward for creating good gameplay.
Precisely.
Cool.
My Artha has been assigned.
Okay. Well, I guess you can give it over to Kelso then, Brad.
Yes. Tell us, what have you been up to on the internet? I just have this feeling that maybe
maybe a few
something.
things on the internet. Hello everybody, I'm Kelsa. I've been fairly quiet today, but that is okay. Sometimes you just gotta let other people shine. And that scene did not go anywhere near where I thought it was gonna go. Like, I don't know where I thought it was going, but that was not where. Where it ended up was not where. So, you know, I enjoy being here to witness these moments. So, other than that, I play role-playing games on the internet. You can find me, of course, right here on RPGlory's channel every Wednesday morning. Morning for me because I'm in the Pacific time zone. Wednesday evenings, I'm usually over on Tuxtrodamus's channel playing Longfall. However, today is a special day, which is May the
17th.
Thank you, 17th. May the 17th. Tonight I am going to be over on twitch.tv/time2 the number 2 tabletop, where I will be running Blades in the Dark.
Ooh.
I'm
Nice.
so excited that I've got my physical book. It makes me really happy. I also normally run a weekly game of Blades in the Dark over on Tuxtrodamus's channel. Previously, it was on Mondays. It is now moving to Saturdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, taking the time slot of my former Blades game that I was running with Eric. It's a lot of games to keep up with. But you can find out more by following me on Twitter. I always tweet when I'm going live, and on Twitch, twitch.tv/KelseyDelphi. I host whenever I am on somebody else's show, and I keep a schedule there so you can see when you can find me and what shows I'm on. Also on Saturdays, I play on AP Gaming Reel, a D&D 5th edition game, which is really cool because there is an attached play-by post where you can become part of our kingdom and go on text adventures and make our lives easier as we try to build a kingdom in the Chaos March. It's interesting, it's different, and we may or may not die this Saturday, as we've picked a fight with a we've picked a fight that we may not be able to win. So
Good times.
I'm really excited to see how that goes down. That's it. I'm currently in just 4 shows a week, which is still a lot, but they're all condensed down to 2 days. So wait, that's not better. Anyway, that's me. That's what I'm doing. Follow me in the places at Kelsa or Kelsa Delphi. That's the thing. So thank you.
Cool. Of course, Hassa, thank you so much for running.
Thank you guys for playing.
Do you have any shout-outs? There was some cool music.
Yeah,
Where'd that come from?
definitely. That is my shout out for today to Tabletop Audio for providing everybody with their free music on Roll20, because it's cool to be able to add music to the game.
Yeah. And Kala, Mark, do you have any shout-outs? Has or real life in school, have they got you by the schedule?
Yeah, slowly but surely devouring time.
Oh, dear.
Just finished a huge deadline today, so that's cool. I've got a few intense weeks
nice.
ahead. Few intense weeks ahead of me. And then I might be able to breathe for a little bit before I despair about life.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
Well, do not despair.
I'll try.
Better go crazy like Mathos.
Yes, yes.
It's way more fun.
Much
yeah.
better.
For sure.
Yeah, you get me some rusted swords and a lab coat.
Ah.
I mean, that can't be
Yeah, probably
possibly
not.
wrong.
Yeah.
So you can find me here on Twitch or on YouTube at YouTube/C/RPGlory. And I will be back on definitely. Oh, actually, it's a little bit complicated this week. I will possibly be back on Saturday for some hacking of Infinity. The Powered by the Apocalypse, far future, post singularity, transhumanist game I've been fiddling with. And then on Sunday, there won't be the normal, mostly left of some slaughter game, but I'll probably be hanging out with Leo doing some sort of video game thing. That's my suspicion of what we're going to be doing. And that's at 4 p.m. Pacific. So thanks again, everybody. And I am going to look for somebody.
Super cool.
Yeah, indeed.
host?
Somebody super cool to host. So, thanks again, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
It'll actually take me a few minutes. That's fine.
Keep waving, everyone.
Yeah,
We're not done yet.
Don't stop.
Gonna make this cut look good.
Okay.
So, Zonalar, who helped with setting up the Discord, is doing something creative. He is quite the artist. So, definitely check that out.
Cool.